My suffering has raised my standards. My suffering has raised my standards. My suffering has raised my standards. Welcome to my world where all is well. I'm the thinker who thinks the thoughts that create the things. I'm also the proud Queen Chief of Three Kings. Today is Friday, November the 10th, 2023, and it's currently 11:47 hours. Happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. My suffering has raised my standards. A lot of times when I'm still going through suffering, but I don't see it or visualize it as suffering. But as I've had time to sit in my suffering, I have raised my own personal standards. Things that I used to do, I no longer have the desire to do those things. Things that I used to say, things that I even used to listen to, things that I used to even watch, or things that I used to speak out of my mouth. I don't even have those desires to do those things anymore. Going through this suffering process has raised my own personal standards, and I'm grateful for that. I really am. Now, a lot of times when people think about standards, they think about it like in a relationship with someone else. Should I lower my standards to be in a relationship? I heard this one commentary talking about black women that said there are more black educated women than more educated black men. I don't know the truth behind the matter. It's just something I heard. And they said black women are finding themselves having to lower their standards in order to create a relationship with a black man. I don't know how true that is or not. I've only been sexually interested in one black man in my life, and he gave me my first two kings, so I love and appreciate him. Thank God for him. Wish him the best. But besides that, I'm sexually attracted to women, and I don't feel like I've ever had to lower my standards to be in a relationship, and I wouldn't want anyone to lower their standards to be with me. I guess because I'm confident in who I am and where I am, and because I know the place I am right now, I'm not even interested in being in a relationship with someone right now, because I know I need to get my standards in a situation. I want someone who's compatible with my completeness. Right now I feel incomplete, and in order for me to get in a relationship with the way I'm feeling right now, will not be a successful relationship. So I'm working on bringing my standards higher when it comes to me being in a relationship. Now, when I was in a relationship in the past, the best relationship I ever had was also the shortest relationship I ever had, which was with my wife. She passed away from pancreatic cancer May the 13th, 2016. The longest relationship I ever had was with my baby mama. We still in each other's lives. She literally helped me raise my first two kings. And when my wife passed away, she said, third king is mine too. And she stepped up and stepped in and been there for my third king. She's still there for my first two kings since my wife passed away. Nothing sexual. She's had girlfriends on and off since she stepped up to be my third king mom. I like the girlfriend that she just broke up with. My third king calls her his dad, but she's a she, of course. But he said, "This is my dad, Mom." I said, "Okay." But anyway, but I don't know how I got off on that. I'm actually at my baby mama house right now, waiting on my parents to pick me up, take me back to Columbus. Right now, I don't have driving privileges. I have an anxiety disorder. My CPTSD is managed with medication, and I have a major depression disorder. I'm unemployed. Waiting on Social Security benefits, my EEOC case to be resolved, and I'm living with family. So at this point in my life, I don't feel like I have anything to offer anybody to be in a relationship. Now, me and my therapist have talked about me being in a relationship before. I do know that, she was asking me what would it look like. I do know that I want someone who would be willing to continue therapy with me. I'm going to continue my own individual therapy, but I do know I do not want to be with anyone who does not want to have a relationship with God, whatever that may mean to them. I'm non-judgmental. I grew up in a very strict Pentecostal household. I'm now a New Thought Hillside Chapel and Truth Center here in Atlanta. It's my home church, and my pastor mom, Pastor Dorothy Smith at Star Ministries, is my church when I'm in. So I'm not saying she has to be a church girl or not. For me, I like church. Gospel music has always been my favorite music, but I do have sort of I told my therapist I have a crush on a nice young lady. I've had a crush on her for years. I've just never really, I don't think I've done or said anything, but my therapist was like, well, does she know or whatnot? So I sent her a DM so that she knows. But I really feel like who's for me is for me. And so once I get myself together and ask her out on a date or something like that, or ask for a number, and if she accepts, then we'll go from there. If not, then like I said, who God has for me is for me. But I don't believe anyone should lower their standards to be with me right now in the situation that I'm in, and I wouldn't want anybody to do that. And I don't want anybody to have to higher their standards to be with me, or if that sounds conceited to me, but I didn't mean it that way. But I want to hire my own standards for me. I need to feel I have the confidence, but I do not have the security to be in a relationship with anyone right now. I want to work on keeping my own standards. And once I get in that position, which I know is coming based on conversations I've had with my attorney, get that, keep my standards. And my ultimate goal is to remain the best version of myself and to continue on that path, to be the best version of myself and raise my own qualifications. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be in a relationship and trying to fit someone, and I don't want anybody to be in a relationship with me and trying to fit me. I want to have the qualities that I'm trying to attract. I'm a sapiosexual. Intelligence is very attractive to me. So I love reading books. I have a bachelor's degree. I was on my way to my master's before my wife got diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Then I dropped out of college. I have no desire to go back now. I've been traumatized, but I want someone. I need to have the qualities that I'm trying to attract. If I am trying to attract intelligence, then I need to be intelligent, so show some form of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So I want to be that in which I'm trying to attract, if that makes sense. And I have issues and flaws. And I'm not expecting to be with someone who does not have issues and flaws. If I meet someone, they tell me there's nothing wrong with them, they don't have any issues and flaws, you're gonna sound suspicious to me. I want someone to be willing to accept my issues and so-called flaws, as well as I accept their issues and so-called flaws. Of course, we'll have to see if those issues and flaws will be able to commingle together, to cooperate together in some type of way. But if our issues and flaws end up being contradictory towards each other, then of course I don't see how that will work. But anyway, I'm at the 9-minute mark. I try to keep my videos by 5 minutes. I don't know where my brain just went, but to you who I sent the DM to, I hope you see that. I might just sing this video. Maybe that's another way for me to be daring greatly. All right. Thank y'all so much for liking. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for turning on that notification bell. I love you. I appreciate you. I thank God for you. All is well. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And may my whole life prove that God is good.